Great Saturday evening. We have Timotheus back in town from college, first semester. Woohoo! Yeah. To God be the glory. We're so glad that he's here, and the Lord gave us traveling mercies back and forth on the road, and we're glad that we were able to go over so many truths. Job 31. I would toss it to him, but he just walked away. But I'm going to give it to him. And I know verse, I believe 4, he spoke to him, so I'm going to read that. It says, doth not he see my ways? Job is speaking, and he's talking about God. He said, doth not God see my ways and count all my steps? What did you have to say about that, son?
I said that statement can either be reassuring or it can be it can make you fearful, and it should make you like feel reassured because you'll be thinking of it in a way like God sees my every move, and like I feel like my steps are secure because He's always watching my back or whatever. But you should feel like some type of fear hearing that if you're not living the right way, and then you're not having integrity, like you realize, oh man, God saw that when I did that, and He saw you being dishonest, whatever, when nobody else saw it. So it should be it's going to be one of those two feelings when you hear that, and it should be the first way.
Amen. And in verse 6, talking about integrity, it says, Job is saying, let me be weighed in an even balance. That means true scales. Back then they used to finesse people and try to use these devices to cheat people. But he says, let me be weighed in an even balance that God may know mine integrity. Because pretty much what he was saying is, if I did something crazy or wicked, if my heart have deceived myself, or I was deceived by a woman, or have laid wait at my neighbor's door, then, let me be punished. But he's saying that his way was clear. And we were talking about the steps that the Lord sees everything and having integrity. I was relaying to Timotheus about our former superintendent, and I couldn't believe that he didn't hear anything about the fallout and how he was caught on camera and there were witnesses around, and instead of it being his medicine that was affecting him, he was drinking, but he was caressing and hanging out and kissing another woman who was not his wife. And that's when the mayor immediately terminated him. She was like, don't even wait to the end of the year. No, there's not going to be retirement. No celebration here. So it was humiliating, but that's what happens because God sees our steps. And what did you have to say about that, son?
It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
You have that respect that you're supposed to uphold that. You're supposed to walk with that type of I'm saying, like, if you're on that big of a platform and everybody knows you have to act like it,
Yeah, but it doesn't matter how high.
Oh yeah, right. I'm just
higher levels, right. Bigger devils. That's what they say.
Right. True.
Right, so you have to stay humble because the enemy is an equal opportunity destroyer for teenagers all the way up to senior citizens down to little ones. So it doesn't matter. All right, and we are also in Proverbs 14 because today is December 14th. I have time. Yes, I do. And what I would say is, there is a way that seems right unto man, like, yeah, I got this, I'm good, but the end thereof are the ways of death. And we just have to make sure that we're consulting with the Lord absolutely every step of the way. And also, Job 31, going back to that, he kept on just going on like, if I'm guilty, then, let my shoulder, fall out my socket and let my arm be broken at the elbow. And It says in verse 40, the last one, let thistles grow instead of wheat and cockle instead of barley. And then it says, the words of Job are ended. And he pretty much just said, he dropped the mic, right? He's just like, you know what? I have set my case before the Lord. But make sure that we have the fear of the Lord, which is a fountain of life. And we'll be secure to depart from the snares, the traps of the enemy, the traps of death, which is Proverbs 14:27. You have the last word, son. You coming from college. What have you learned from this first semester?
To be thankful.
To be thankful.
Yeah, and not take it for granted. My position, the position I'm in.
Mm-hmm. And verse 33, wisdom resteth in the heart of him that hath understanding, but that which is in the midst of fools is made known. So we think we could hide, but no, it's going to be found out. All right. Have a wonderful evening in the Lord, and stay woke.
Stay woke.